Look, at one point in your life, I'm sure you've wondered, what's my purpose, or why do I exist? And those are some questions that I thought about a lot growing up, and were not resolved until after college. And I searched in many areas, looked for it in many places. The one place that I feel like I found the most peace with that answer, or with that question, is that once I found God, I felt like all those questions finally found rest. And that's not to say that I don't struggle with questioning what I should be doing. Should I take this job? Should I be friends with this person? But the difference is that God's peace is enough to sustain my desire to feel like I need to do something to be purposeful. I think we could easily just get in the trap of thinking that we need to be significant or achieve big things to define our purpose. For example, I used to think back in high school and into college, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was into the whole hustle culture, and kind of just like getting in the mindset of building a business and all these things. And I really thought that would bring me happiness, joy, fulfillment. But I think in the end and in the long run, it became more tiresome and burdensome on me, and it didn't really fulfill what I was looking for. But I mean, thank God it's actually the other way around, because what I've learned as I grow in my relationship with Him is that when you establish your purpose in nurturing that relationship with Him and obeying His commands, He'll eventually carve out a path for you and a plan for us. And I used to be super overwhelmed by what I wanted to do in life. I was super stressed out about finding a career and just really finding that thing that would propel me forward in society and ultimately bring fulfillment and success in my life. And not to say that those things aren't good, because they are good, but they are a byproduct, or they can be a byproduct of you being faithful to what God has commanded for you in your life. But what I've realized in walking with Him is that things just kind of fell into place naturally. Nowadays, I'm less worried about where I need to work, how I should live, and all these things. But in the end, I think what has motivated me to make those decisions is to do it in a way that is pleasing to Him. And it's nice to know that, all of that is kind of taken care of by Him. He has everything figured out for you. The burden is lifted off our shoulders. He will lead us to the right school, the right career, the right relationships, whatever it is in life, there's freedom in knowing that you don't have to have it all figured out because he's got it covered. Here, Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And so if you're still here breathing, there is a purpose for you on this earth. I understand that you might not have a clue on what that is. It took a while for me to figure that out. And even to this day, I still doubt what that is. But I think that's part of the journey and part of the process of, your relationship with God. And if you don't know God, I think this is an opportunity for you to seek him. And I encourage you to just ask him for guidance and ask him to be in your life so that he can guide you and reveal to you your purpose. Because what and who is there any better thing or being that could tell you what's best for you than the thing that created you? And so I leave you with that. If you're lost in life, God has those plans for you. He says, seek the kingdom of heaven and all its righteousness, and everything else shall be added unto you. And so I believe that with all my heart. And so if you're lost, I believe that God will find a way for you. And that requires a little bit of surrender and obedience. So with that, I'm out. Peace.